And now the Gambia is hosting the 5th MaMo Forum, a platform to facilitate policy innovation through exchange and mutual learning among leaders on agriculture. Bajan Baro reports participants at the event include the Ministry of Agriculture, World Bank, African Development Bank, International Food Policy Research Institute, and the International Fund for Agriculture Development.
MaMo Forum brought together 17 leading experts in agriculture, ecology, nutrition, and food security to facilitate policy choices by African governments to accelerate progress towards food security and improve nutrition in Africa, identifying areas of progress and change across the continent and what successful countries have done differently, using evidence produced by the panels to facilitate dialogue and exchange among high-level decision makers on African agriculture, nutrition, and food security. The Minister of Agriculture, Ami Fabre, said the platform is very important for her ministry to learn from the strategies, policy, and program interventions implemented by the 6 recommended African countries, including Senegal, Ghana, and Morocco, who has immensely developed their agriculture sector and replicate it in the Gambia.
For farmers to benefit their yield, it means you have to encourage private sectors to involve and invest in agriculture. Without private sector involvement, it will be difficult because, as I mentioned earlier, government cannot do it alone. You need partnership.
Professor Muhammadu Kah outlines the experts' outcome of the meeting, which includes designing integrated strategies for energy by ministries and departments that have responsibilities for energy and those responsible for food, agriculture, and rural development to address concurrent challenges.
In order to increase agricultural land and labor productivity, make rural employment more attractive, along the agriculture value chain, energy is needed to operate farm equipment and machinery, such as for seeding, for plowing, and for irrigation, as well as in later stage of food transformation, storage, and transport.
According to Professor Jachin Jun, in energizing policy innovation to power the transformation of Africa's agriculture and food system, 5 action agenda are identified, including designing integrated approaches, scaling investment in off-grid and mini-grid solutions, and developing cross-border policies for energy security.
Africa has the opportunity to leapfrog into using the diverse energy sources. That requires good concepts, smart training, gets the startup and business community involved. But it must lead to more than simply light in the houses.
Over 32 African countries participated in the 5th MaMo Forum to come up with recommended outcomes, which includes implementation of energy strategies, address the multiple challenges of biomass-based energy use, and scale investments in off-grid and mini-grid solutions, especially via startups and businesses, to leapfrog outdated and dirty technologies. Majan Baro, GRTS News.